All right, boys and girls, we are live. NBA basketball, Detroit Pistons, Dallas Mavericks from Mexico, 2025 NBA Mexico game. We got the Dallas Mavericks, we got the Detroit Pistons. Tip-off is underway. Hopefully you guys are having a great, fantastic night. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're going to be breaking down the entire game for you guys tonight, man. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the stream tonight, man. This game is on Peacock tonight, so I'll give you guys the best play-by-play analysis I possibly can give you guys, and we are moments away from tip-off. I just did the starting lineups. Really cool. They had John Mason introduce the Pistons in English, and then they had the PA announcer in Mexico introduce the starting lineups for the Dallas Mavericks. So pretty fantastic, man. Looking forward to it. What's up, Rocker? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Dina? How you doing? It was pretty interesting, Rocker. I mean, like, Michigan State should have won that game today, but we kind of collapsed in overtime. Couple of PI calls, so had a good freaking time with that. But appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. We got Pistons and Mavericks. Welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you guys the best breakdown analysis I can. World Series is currently going on right now. Game 7, bottom of the 6th. Currently, Blue Jays are up 3-2 on the Dodgers. Dodgers had a sac fly in the 2 sac flies in the 4th and the 6th, and then Bo Bichette had a crazy 3-run home run. So I'll be breaking that down as well throughout the stream as well. I might do an instant reaction in the middle of this game. I wanted to do a play-by-play for the World Series, but it was going to overlap the Pistons game, so I kind of had to pick one or the other. So I chose the Pistons. So pretty fantastic. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Yeah, bench is cleared in the 4th inning. That was crazy as well, for sure. But yeah, it looked like everything was fine. It looks like they Dodgers pitcher like hit a batter, I guess, and pretty interesting. But it looks like they're all under control here. Looking like there's a clock issue right now. We were about to tip off, but it looks like there's a something wrong with the clock where they can't get it to work right. So the referees are currently trying to get that under control here, but we should be moments away from tip-off. Pistons and Mavericks. Pistons are currently a 7.5-point favorite in this game. I thought we were about to get ready to tip off here, but I guess we're going to another commercial break. It looks like they're having a technical problem here with one of the play clocks, so they're trying to get that situated here. But I'll be bringing you guys Detroit Piston basketball whenever I can. Mondays are going to be a little bit tough for me because I'm on a bowling league on Monday nights. But if the Pistons are playing literally Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I'll be bringing you guys those games as well here. So not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. But yeah, Pistons, they're pretty healthy, minus Jaden Ivey. Marcus Sasser, I do not believe he is playing tonight. It looks like he is out for his status. And the Mavericks do not have Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Dante Exum's out, Derek Lively's out. So the only starter that is missing is currently Jaden Ivey for the Pistons. And then we were hoping to get Marcus Sasser back for the game tonight. He is still dealing with some soreness as well here. But should be moments away here from tip-off, and we're going to have some fun, man, in the stream tonight. Pretty fantastic here. There's been a clock malfunction. The shot clocks are messed up in Mexico, so we were about to tip off. Both starting 5 were on the court, and this game's going to get delayed, God knows how long else, but we are currently waiting to see what the issue is. It looks like a shot clock malfunction in Mexico. They are having issues getting the shot clock registered on the floor here above the basket, so we're waiting to see what happens with that. Still waiting to play out for the game. Until the meantime, I'll be kind of giving you guys some in-depth analysis of this game here. Mavericks are a 7.5-point underdog. Pistons minus 7.5. Pistons are technically the home team in this situation, but this game's obviously played in a neutral site with it being in Mexico. So, yeah, not too shabby. You got Cooper Flagg, though, #1 overall pick in this year's draft. A lot of expectations for him. He's currently the front runner. 2-win rookie of the year. Kind of a little suspicious of how that happened in the lottery, where I feel like there was a couple other teams that could have gotten the number 1 overall pick, but the ping pong ball bounced in their favor towards Dallas. Obviously, they had that crazy trade last year with Luka Doncic, and it ended up working out for him, I guess. So it looks like the shot clocks are back. They're fixed. The refs are ready to go. The Pistons and the Mavericks both come out onto the floor here. So sorry for the delay, guys. It looks like they fixed the shot clock now, so they're going to be good to go. So for the Pistons, you got Tobias Harris, Cade Cunningham, Duncan Robinson, Ausar Thompson, and Jalen Duren. For the Dallas Mavericks, you got P.J. Washington, Klay Thompson, Max Christie, Cooper Flagg, and Derek Lively, the starting 5 for the Dallas Mavericks here. We got NBA tip-off underway for the Mexico 2025 game. Moments away here, and I'll be breaking you guys down play-by-play as best as I can here, and we should be pretty good to go. So we are good to go, man. Looks like the refs are all squared away, I think. Jalen Duren, Derek Lively. Here we go. Tip-off is underway, and we got Mavericks containing possession here. Sorry, my computer has a seizure. It looks like we're back, though. Max Christie, top of the key, guarded by Cade Cunningham. Cooper Flagg now gets the ball, guarded by Ausar. Cooper Flagg drives to the rim, left-handed finish. That's going to be off the mark here. Duncan Robinson with the board. Ausar Thompson coming back the other way. Ausar, Jalen Duren sets the screen. Ausar looking to score, and he gets the basket. First basket of the game going to Ausar Thompson, going to his right, little jump floater hook, and it's going to be pretty fantastic. So, pretty fantastic here. K gets a triple-double tonight, Thomas. I like it. Cooper Flagg underneath the rim, passes it back out to P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington going at Jalen Duren. It's going to be off the mark here. Cooper Flagg with the rebound. Flagg back to Lively. It's going to be off the mark, though. Stolen away by Ausar. Cade coming the other way. Dishing it to Duren for the slam, and the Pistons take a 4-0 lead here to start this basketball game. Nice lob connection from Cade Cunningham to Jalen Duren. You see it all season long. They got that thing going on, man. All right. Lively guarded by Duren. Gets it back to Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg thought about a 3. Drives, shoots it. It's going to be off the mark. Tobias with the rebound. Tobias going back the other way. Tobias looking to make a man miss. Passes it to Duren. Tobias rolls around the screen from Jalen Duren. Loses it out of bounds. It's going to be still Detroit Pistons basketball. Keeping it with the Pistons here. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Excuse me, that is Daniel Gafford. My bad. I thought it was Lively. It's Daniel Gafford for the Mavericks. Lively is currently out in this game. Duncan Robinson fires for 3, and that ball is through. Pistons take a 7-0 lead in this basketball game. Here come the Mavericks the other way. P.J. Washington with the basketball, guarded by Jalen Duren. Top of the key, P.J. Washington for 3. That is off the mark. Ausar with the board. Going back the other way. Ausar with the basketball. Thought about a 3, looks to drive, kicks it back out to Tobias for 3. Tobias off the mark, boarded by Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg going back the other way. Flagg gets it to Washington. Washington to Christie. Corner 3 on the way, and that is in. Max Christie gets the first points on the board for the Dallas Mavericks, and they cut the deficit down to 4 here. Just under 10 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Ausar at the top of the key. Trying to find Duren. Duren gets the basketball, guarded by Gafford. Duren gets it back to Cade. Cade looking to drive. Cade all the way to the rim, and Cade gets it to go. A nice right-handed layup. Looked like he might have gotten fouled. No call, though, from the referees. Max Christie the other way, looking to make something happen here. Gets it back to Klay for 3. Klay Thompson hits a 3. 9-6 basketball game. Here come the Dallas Mavericks coming back the other way. 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. High altitude, going to need to use benches today. Yeah, for sure. That's a good point, Thomas. Duren, guarded by Gafford. Duren goes to the rim. Duren trying to make a man miss, and that's going to be foul called on the floor going against the Mavericks and on Daniel Gafford. It's going to stay here with Detroit Pistons basketball. Mavericks are 2-3 on the season. Pistons are 3-2. Both teams looking to continue their young core and their success, man. A lot of injuries on the Dallas Mavericks. You don't have Anthony Davis, no Kyrie Irving. So, you know, there's their 2 best players. Dwight Pavlicek's in the game for the Dallas Mavericks. Cade, guarded by Max Christie. Cade gets it back to Duren. Duren inside. Ausar picks up his mess, and Ausar is going to go to the free throw line. He got fouled by Dwight Powell, and Ausar Thompson's going to be shooting a couple free throws here. 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pistons up 9-6. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys are having a great, fantastic night. I was contemplating doing the World Series tonight. I'll be checking in with updates as well. Looks like the Blue Jays took a 4-2 lead here. Jimenez with an RBI double, bottom of the 7th. Ausar, first free throw on the way, is off the mark. 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter here. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the like button, subscribe. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Ausar, second free throw on the way in his pre-shot routine. Fires, and that ball is off the mark, but it's going to be put in by Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson flied to the rim, puts it back. No goaltending on that play. That was very, very interesting right there. They're going to count the basket, though. Cooper Flagg going the other way, guarded by Jalen Duren, gives it back to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson penetrates, gets it to P.J. Washington for 3. Washington off the mark, boarded by Dwight Powell. Max Christie thought about a 3, gets it back to Klay for the corner. Klay Thompson hits it for the Dallas Mavericks, and it is a 11-9 basketball game. Pistons still take control of the lead here. Cade Cunningham going back the other way, back to Ausar, gives it back to Cade. Cade looking to drive the the lob duo threat once again to Jalen Duren. And Cade with another assist. That Lob City connection for him and Duren. Cooper Flagg the other way. Cooper Flagg, spot up, jump shot, off the mark. Duncan Robinson with the rebound. Ausar coming back the other way here. 9-13 basketball game. Duncan Robinson, guarded by Flagg. Duncan Robinson tries a 3, way off the mark, airballs it. Ausar tried to save it, but it looks like it's going to be going back the other way for the Dallas Mavericks. 7:58 left to play here in the first quarter. Pistons have a 4-point lead. D'Angelo Russell checks into the game for Klay Thompson for the Dallas Mavericks. I was a Big Ten guy growing up, Michigan State Spartan fan, saw D'Angelo Russell. He was phenomenal at Ohio State, had a great college career, been with a bunch of different teams in the NBA. Here comes Russell. Russell with the basketball, gives it back to Cooper Flagg, guarded by Ausar. Ausar trying to give Flagg problems. Flagg drives, penetrates, gets it back to Christie for a corner 3, in and out. Powell with the rebound, but they're going to call a loose ball foul going against Jalen Duren. It's going to stay here with the Mavericks. 7:43 left to play in the first quarter. Karis LeVert checks into the basketball game for the Detroit Pistons. Ausar Thompson goes to the bench. 7:43 to play in the first. Dwight Powell has the basketball. Dwight gives it to Christie. Christie guarded by Duncan. Christie with an easy layup, and the Dallas Mavericks cut it back to a 2-point basketball game. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade trying to set up the offense. Gives it back to Tobias. Tobias. Karis LeVert touches the basketball for the first time. Gives it back to Cade. Top of the 3-point line. Gives it back to Duren. Duren looking to drive. Tobias for a corner 3. And that is off the mark. Boarded by P.J. Washington. Mavericks going back the other way. Mavericks, P.J. Washington, all the way to the rim, coast to coast, and gets an easy deuce. 13-13 basketball game. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Tobias inside, guarded by D'Angelo Russell. Gives it back to Cade. Cade fires inside to Duren once again. That is Duren's 6th point of the game, and all 3 baskets were assisted by Cade Cunningham. And we are going to a commercial break. Pistons up 15-3 to start this basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, guys. What's going on? Pistons 15, Mavericks 13. Going to be trying to break these basketball games down for you guys as much as I can this year. Looks like the Pistons play the Grizzlies on Monday night. They got at Memphis. Unfortunately, I will not be there to break it down, but I will be breaking you guys down Jazz versus Pistons on Wednesday night. Pistons got the Grizzlies, like I said, on Monday. Then the Jazz Wednesday. And then we got NBA Cup group play. That's going to be a 7:30 tip-off. Pistons are going to be taking on the Nets next Friday night. I'll be doing that game as well. So, a lot to break down here. We're in a commercial break right now. Pretty fantastic here. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Dallas Mavs? No, I can't show it, bro. I can give you the play-by-play, man, but Can't show the game, unfortunately. Who do you favor in this game? Pistons were currently favored -7.5, according to some sports books. It should be a really competitive basketball game, though, so not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. Bulls 5-0. Yes, sir, man. Chicago Bulls out of nowhere. You guys got a nice young squad this year. I love Mates Bazulis. Vucevic, a nice young vet. You know, Josh Giddey still can score. Bulls, yeah, that's a shock in the East. 5-0 for the Bulls. But appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're going to be breaking down Pistons versus Mavericks, NBA play-by-play reaction. And hopefully I can give you guys a nice visual aid on the stream tonight. But obviously we can't show the game for copyright reasons. But hopefully I can paint a clear picture in your minds for the live reaction here. Still on a commercial break right now. This game was delayed. This game didn't really start off until like 10:20 on the East Coast. They had like the introductions, the starting lineups, and then they couldn't get the shot clock right, so they had to have like another 5 to 10 minute delay just before they actually finally tipped off. So not too shabby. All right, still in a commercial break here. Give you guys some stats. Pistons are up 2. 6:55 left to play in the first quarter. Mavs are in a timeout. I still got to figure out these timeout situations here. There we go. There's a timeout for the Mavericks. Yeah, Jalen Duren and Klay Thompson, both 6 points in this game in the first quarter to start. All 3 of Jalen Duren's buckets came from Cade Cunningham assists. And Klay also has 6 points as well, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. So, not too shabby. College football, and we'll do NFL, but basketball is always fun back and forth. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, so I've been doing, like, NFL play-by-play games. This is a lot more fast-paced, more up-tempo. I can't imagine, like, NHL hockey announcers, like, on the radio. That's constant movement back and forth. It's actually kind of crazy. So we are back from commercial break here, guys. Jason Kidd leading his Mavericks, hopefully, to their victory in tonight's game. JB Bickerstaff doing the same for the Pistons here. D'Angelo Russell, top of the key here. Russell guarded by Duncan Robinson. Off the mark, Karis LeVert with the basketball coming back the other way. Karis LeVert switches mid-handle, goes for the jump shot, and that's going to be in. Nice little crossover move from Karis LeVert inside the paint for a nice deuce. All right, Dwight Powell with the basketball for the Mavericks. Powell trying to find an open man here, guarded by Isaiah Stewart. D'Angelo Russell with the basketball. Duncan Robinson. P.J. Washington inside against Duren. P.J. Washington hits the mid-range jump shot. 17-15 Pistons. P.J. Washington, nice little bucket for the Mavericks here. Mexico City game 2025. NBA, interesting game, man. A lot of back and forth matchups so far this year. They got Peacock, they got Amazon Prime, they got all the streaming services set up. This game's on Peacock tonight, so having a good time. So Dwight Powell is going to be shooting free throws here. It looked like there was a foul going across the ball. I don't know why Powell's actually shooting these free throws. P.J. Washington scored the bucket, but Powell's going to be taking a shot here for a three-point play. It looked like there was a foul off the ball in the middle of his basket, and Powell's going to get an extra point there. I'm not really sure what quite happened, why Powell got the extra free throw. He wasn't really involved in the play, but it looks like a Piston grabbed him on the wrist. Cade Cunningham at the top of the key, guarded by P.J. Washington. Cade gets it back to Beef Stew. Cade for 3, top of the key, off the mark. D'Angelo Russell with the board. Russell coming back the other way for the Mavericks here. Russell tries to find a cutting Max Christie, and it looks like it's going to be off Christie, and it's going to be going back the other way, but it looks like Christie's challenging. It's going to be staying here with Mavericks basketball, and that was easily overturned by one of the referees here. So it's going to stay here with Mavericks. 1-point basketball game, 5:47 to play here in the first quarter. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Welcome to the show. We do NFL, Thursday night football games. I'm just starting to get into basketball, so a lot of the Pistons games we're going to try and do. Max Christie comes off the screen, gives it back to Powell. Powell trying to find an open man here. Karis LeVert guarding D'Angelo Russell. Gives it back to Washington for a cutting Dwight Powell. And the Mavericks have their first lead of the basketball game. Mavericks take an 18-17 lead over the Pistons. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Duren sets the screen for him. Cade trying to use it. And back to Duren again for another easy deuce. That is Cade's fourth assist to Duren in this game here. Cade trying to give the Mavericks some problems defensively. And he does. Gets a loose ball steal. And it looks like it's going to go back towards the Pistons, man. 5:15 left to play here in the first quarter. All right, here come the Pistons, man. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Duren has 8 points in this game, leading scorer. Cade turns it over, but Beef Stew gets it back for the lob and the slam to Jalen Duren. Duren with 10 points in this game. Beef Stew with a nice lob to him once again, and Duren is putting in work in this first quarter here. D'Angelo Russell at the top of the key for the Mavericks, trying to set up the offense. D'Angelo Russell tries to go to the rim. He's going to get fouled by Karis LeVert. And looks like D'Angelo Russell is going to be going to the free throw line here. 21-18 basketball game in the first quarter. NBA Mexico 2025 game. D'Angelo Russell at the free throw line. First free throw on the way. Off the mark. Still a 3-point basketball game. Update on the World Series. Bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays 4, Dodgers 2, Game 7. D'Angelo Russell looking to split a pair of free throws here for the Dallas Mavericks. D'Angelo, second free throw on the way, is up and good. 21-19 basketball game. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade gets it back into Ron Holland, who checks into the basketball game. Cade to Duren, guarded by Dwight Powell. Duren going all the way to the rack, and he's going to pick up a foul on Dwight Powell. And it's going to stay here with the Pistons, but Dwight Powell picks up his first foul of the game. 4:35. Jalen Duren has been working a lot on his post game. He has a little bit of a handle. Like the progression I'm seeing from Jalen Duren this season. K with the basketball, top of the key, guarded by D'Angelo Russell. Karis LeVert, top side of the three-point line, trying to make a man miss on Russell. Gives it back inside to Ron Holland. Ron Holland lost the basketball. Here come the Mavericks the other way. D'Angelo Russell with the basketball. Back to P.J. Washington for three. Off the mark, but Dwight Powell was looking to slam it back, but he misses, but he's going to get fouled, and he's going to go back to the free throw line. D'Angelo Russell's shot of three was off the mark. Powell's right there to board the rebound, but he gets fouled by a Piston, and Powell's going to be shooting a pair of free throws here. 4:15 to play here in the first quarter. Pistons have a 2-point lead. Dwight Powell comes back to the stripe. Dwight Powell gets into his pre-shot routine. First free throw on the way is up and in. 21-20 basketball game. I'm getting bribes in the chat to show the basketball game. I cannot do that, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Hopefully you guys like my cheesy scoreboard at the top here, though. 4:15 to play here in the first quarter. Dwight Powell, second free throw on the way is up and good. Tie ball game here, 21-21. 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Gives it back to Tobias. Tobias gives it to Ron Holland. Ron Holland. Cade looking to penetrate. Cade, mid-range jump shot off the mark. Dwight Powell with the basketball. D'Angelo Russell coming back the other way for the Mavericks. Mavericks inside. Nice play from the Mavericks, and the Mavericks get a nice, easy deuce. Coming back the other way, Karis LeVert, weird circus shot. It's going to be off the mark here. Come back the Mavericks. D'Angelo Russell, deep three, off the mark. Ron Holland with the basketball, but it's going to be coming back the other way. Vinny Johnson off the bench yet. The microwave, Vinny Johnson. Yeah, I was thoughting about it, Jeff, to do the World Series. The problem with the World Series is it was going to overlap the Pistons game, so it was either one or the other, and I chose basketball instead. Ron Holland coming back the other way. It's going to stay here with Detroit basketball off of a Dallas Maverick here. 3:30 left to play in the first quarter. Mavericks up 2. Cade gets it checked in to Karis LeVert, back to Cade. Cade looking to get something going here, looking for his first points of the game. Cade gives it into Beef Stew. Beef Stew looking against Cooper Flagg, and he is too big for Cooper Flagg, man. Out-muscles Cooper Flagg, gets his own rebound, and we have a tie basketball game. 23 apiece with 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Cooper Flagg, top of the key, looking to spot up. Jump shot, 3. Cooper Flagg is good. On the way. Cooper Flagg with the 3-point jump shot. And the Mavericks take a 3-point lead. Tobias Harris with the basketball. Gives it back to Cade. Cade, top of the key. Guarded by Flagg. Cade, looking to make Flagg miss. Gives it back to Tobias. Tobias goes to his right. Tobias gets to the rim. And he's going to get fouled. And Tobias Harris is going to go to the free throw line. It looks like we got a commercial break coming up on our hands in this basketball game. 2:49 left to play in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, Mavericks 3-point lead over the Pistons. 2:49 left to play here. Pistons take a timeout. Some of the leading scorers in this game here. Klay Thompson still leading the way. 6 points for the Mavericks here. Kate Cunningham has 5 assists already, and 4 of them are going to Jalen Duren. Duren with 10 points and assists as well in this game. 2 personal fouls on Duren, though. He's got to be careful with that. So the Mavericks looking to make some noise here in the West. Still, again, without their 2 best players, Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, both out in this game. You're not going to see Kyrie probably until January. Anthony Davis, he's had his injury and health concerns over the years as well. So hopefully they can get back healthy. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. In a commercial break right now. Mavericks up 3, 26-23. Yeah, I was thought about doing the World Series tonight for Game 7. I've only done one play-by-play baseball stream, and it was the Tigers-Mariners game for the ALDS. Blue Jays are up 4-2 right now in Game 7. It's going to be going to the 8th inning. Blue Jays are 6 outs away from winning the World Series. So Dodgers, they're going to see if they can get some runs here. But Ohtani gave up that 3-run shot earlier. Always remember to stay hydrated throughout the stream. This is kind of cool. I remember the Pistons, the last Mexico game that they did, they actually played the Mavericks against Luka's team, and Luka perfectly spoke fluent Spanish to Mexico faithful. Like a full-on introductory, thank you for having us, all in Spanish. And then Blake Griffin gets to the mic and he goes, "Hola, Mexico. Enjoy." And then it was tip-off. Oh, man. Blake Griffin, though, when we did trade for him, we gave up everything for Blake Griffin, gave up way too much for him. But for the couple of years that we did have him, when he led us to the playoffs, we got swept by the Bucks. He was actually pretty good, that all-star season he had for the Pistons. But when your 2 best players at the time were Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond, it wasn't really going to work out in the first place. I mean, your only shooter that you had really was Reggie Jackson and KCP. But it's been a long ride here for the Pistons. They're looking to get back in it, though. I mean, Cade, I think, is the real deal. And he needs a supporting cast to go with him. We need Jaden Ivey to be back. And we'll see what happens with Malik Beasley if we ever re-sign him, if he ever clears that whole investigation that's still going on with him. Coming back from a commercial break here. Jalen Duren leading the way for the Stones. 10 points for Jalen Duren here. All right. Pistons with the basketball. Coming back the other way against the Mavericks. Tobias' first free throw on the way is good. 26-24 basketball game. Duren with 10 points so far in this one. Tobias Harris, second free throw coming the other way. Tobias, second. One on the way is up and in. 26-25 basketball game. Mavericks coming back the other way. Mavericks looking to penetrate. Guarded by Beef Stew. Off the rim. Cooper Flagg gets the rebound. Gets it back to The Mavericks almost intercepted by Ron Holland. Ron Holland dishes it back all the way around for a corner three for the Mavericks. Off and branded by Brandon Williams, and Ausar gets the rebound. Ron Holland with the basketball. Gives it back to Ausar. Top of the key. Guarded by Beef Stew. Ausar looking to penetrate. Beef Stew. Nobody away from him. Off the mark. Ausar gets his own miss. And it's going to be a foul going against the Dallas Mavericks. 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Mavericks up 1. And it looks like we're going to be having an Ausar Thompson free throw attempt on the way. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. Hit the follow button. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Ausar, first free throw up and in for the Pistons. 26-26 basketball game. Ausar, second free throw on the way. See if he can get both of these down here. Ausar off the rim, but he gets his own board. Ausar maintains his own miss. Gives it back to Tobias inside. Tobias looking to make a man miss. Off the mark, and Ron Holland goes up for the slam, but it's going to be in and out. Here come back the Mavericks. Mavericks looking to penetrate. Drives all the way to the rim. Cooper Flagg with the basketball. Flagg guarded by Ron Holland. Cooper Flagg looking to make a man miss. Martin gives it back to Williams. Williams inside against Holland. Williams is going to be fouled, and he's going to be going to the free throw line guarded against Ron Holland. 26-26 basketball game. Minute 39 left to play here in the first quarter. Williams. First free throw on the way. It is up and in. Dallas regains the lead. Brandon Williams, second free throw on the way. Shot up. And that is off the mark, in and out. Beef Stew with the rebound. Pistons going back the other way. Ausar Thompson with the basketball. Ausar at the top of the key. Tobias with the basketball. Guarded by Martin. Martin inside to Ausar, and Ausar is going to get fouled by Williams. Both teams in the bonus. So Ausar is going to be going back to the free throw line. Ausar Thompson back to the free throw line. Three points, 5 boards for Ausar so far in this game. Looks like there's some water on the basketball. Ausar gave it up back to the ref. I've never seen that before, where the ref had to towel off the basketball. I've never seen that before. Anyways, back to Ausar at the top of the free throw line. Ausar, first free throw attempt on the way. Up and off the rim. Ausar looking to at least split a pair here for the Pistons. 27-26 basketball game. Minute 27 left to play here in the first quarter. Ausar Thompson already has 2 double-doubles this season, looking to make it a third one tonight after this game. Ausar gets it to go, and we got a tie basketball game, 27-all. Back the other way, here come the Mavericks. D'Angelo Russell, guarded by Ron Holland. D'Angelo Russell, guarded by Ausar. Inside to Cooper Flagg. Flagg thought about it, dishes it back out to Russell. Russell for 3. Off the mark. Beef Stew with the rebound. That's going to stay here with Pistons basketball off of Daniel Gafford. A minute and 11 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Should be a pretty entertaining basketball game all the way to the final shot. Pistons were, I think, a 6.5 point favorite, 7.5 point favorite in this one, so we'll see if they can keep that truth. Ausar Thompson driving to the rim. Uses the left hand off the rim. Tobias, D'Angelo Russell gives it back to Marshall. Marshall looking to make a man miss. Guarded by Karis LeVert. Back to D'Angelo Russell. Flagg, top of the key. Drives against Beef Stewart. Loses the handle, and it's going to be off of the Pistons. Pretty good defense by Beef Stew, though, giving Flagg problems. Just under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. D'Angelo Russell gets it into Gafford, guarded by Beef Stew. Gafford, back to Marshall. Marshall looking to make Beef Stew miss. Top of the key, three-pointer on the way and good. Marshall hits it and takes a three-point lead here for the Mavericks. Karis LeVert looking to make a man miss. Jump shot on the way is no good. Gafford with the rebound. Gives it up to Russell. Russell to Cody Martin. Martin back to Flag. Flag. Travel, and it's going to be going back the other way. Flag turned the basketball over. 26 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Duncan Robinson and Cade Cunningham checking back in for the Pistons. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on, dude? Kenny's fantastic. Kenny is the man. 26 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Mavericks up 3 against the Pistons. Cade Cunningham the other way. 2 seconds between the play clock and the shot clock. Cade guarded by Max Christie. Waiting until it takes the final shot here in the first quarter. Looking to set up the offense. Isaiah Stewart sets the screen. Cade coming off the screen. Rolls it off. Gives it back to Duncan Robinson. Robinson all the way to Tobias for the corner. 3. Off the mark. Mavericks 2 seconds left. Max Christie chucks up a prayer. Off the rim. Max Christie nearly hit a two third quarter shot of the court shot. And it's going to be a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter going into the second quarter for the Dallas Mavericks. Back into a commercial break we go. So both teams still with 6 timeouts. Like what I'm seeing so far from the Mavericks. Looking to stay in control of this basketball game. Pistons can't really find their rhythm yet from 3. Hoping to get that turned around here in the second quarter for the Pistons. We got World Series update. The Dodgers tack on an extra run in the 8th inning thanks to a Max Muncy home run. It's going to be a 4-3 ball game. Bottom of the 8th. So Blue Jays are 3 outs away from winning the World Series. That's crazy, man. I don't know if you guys are big baseball fans. I mean, I'm a Tiger fan, but it's Game 7 of the World Series. You got to tune in, right? I was thinking about doing it, but I care about the Pistons more, so here we are. So 30-27 basketball game. Mavericks take the lead. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat as well. Victor Wembanyama's playing out of his mind with the San Antonio Spurs this season. SGA and the Thunder are still the favorites to win both the MVP and win the finals once again. You got teams like the Knicks, the Cavs, the Bucks in the East making them work for it as well. You talking about the Blue Jays, Dina? I believe, was it 83? Last World Series for Blue Jays. They won it in 93. They won back-to-back. They won it in 92 and 93. So Dodgers won it last year. It's kind of a weird mixed feelings because, like, I don't really like the Dodgers, but I can't root for Canada either. So I'm a Shohei Ohtani fan in this game. I don't really care for Canada, and I can't really stand the Dodgers either. So it's 2 teams that I don't really like or care about. But I guess if I had to pick maybe for a cooler story would be the Blue Jays, I guess you could say. So, not too bad, man. But second quarter here underway, still in a commercial break. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. So Pistons looking to make some noise in the second quarter here. Pistons have the Grizzlies on Monday night. Wish I could break that game down, but unfortunately Monday and Tuesdays are bad for me because I'm on a bowling league. So I'll be breaking down you guys, though, the play-by-play of the Pistons-Jazz game on Wednesday. So looking forward to that. Start of the second quarter here underway. Interesting matchup here. They're talking about Grant Hill, the commentator right now in this game, and Jason Kidd, who's the current coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Ron Holland with the basketball, top of the key. Duncan Robinson comes off a screen, shoots for three, off the mark, boarded by P.J. Washington. Dallas Mavericks come back the other way. Klay Thompson gives it back to Max Christie. Max Christie looking to make a man miss. Goes all the way to the rim, gets it back to Martin. Martin back to Klay for three. Off the mark, boarded by Beef Stew. Cade with the basketball, coming back the other way. Guarded by Max Christie. Cade tries to get somebody open. Javonte Green with the basketball. Green looking to get it back to Cade. Cade sets a screen for Javonte. Cade with the basketball, back to Javonte Green. Green drives to the rim, off the mark, and it's going to come back the other way for the Mavericks. 30-27 basketball game. Ron Holland tried to swipe it away from Klay. Still with the Mavericks. D'Angelo Russell, wide open three, off the mark. Cade Cunningham with the board. 11 minutes left to play here in the first half. Cade all the way to the rack and gets it to go. Cade Cunningham, nice move all the way to the hole, and Cade gets his first basket of the game. 30-29 basketball game. Excuse me, that's Cade's second basket. He had a basket earlier. So Cade has 4 points, 5 assists in this one. P.J. Washington all the way to the hole, gets another slam for the Dallas Mavericks. Haven't had a back-to-back World Series winner since the 2000, I think. Nice. Cade back the other way. Foul is going to stay here, going across the basketball, going on Martin. Nice drive by Cade all the way to the hole against P.J. Washington for his 4th point of the game. Cade gets it in Duncan Robinson. Duncan back to Cade. Beef Stew sets the screen for Cade. Cade getting double teamed by Washington and Christie. Ron Holland takes a corner three. Off the mark, boarded by Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson the other way. Klay looking to make something happen. Klay off the screen. Klay rolls, gets it back to P.J. Washington. Washington thought about a three. Back to Klay. Guarded by Ron Holland. D'Angelo Russell, deep three, top of the key, and is good. D'Angelo Russell hits a three-pointer, and the Mavericks go up by 6. 10 minutes left to play here in the first half. Cade with the basketball. Cade, double team once again. Duncan Robinson looking to make something happen. Duncan Robinson all the way to the hole, off the mark, but boarded by Beef Stew and gets the foul. Count the basket and the foul. And Beef Stew looking to make a 3-point play happen for the Pistons. Nice play by Isaiah Stewart, getting the mess cleaned up, gets fouled, and is going to go to the free throw line. 9:49 left to play here in the first half. Beef Stew looking to make the 3-point play happen. Let's see if he can produce it here. Beef Stew, top of the free throw line, up, and no good. Boarded by D'Angelo Russell. 4-point basketball game, 9:45 left to play here in the first half. D'Angelo Russell, guarded by Ron Holland. Russell gives it back to Martin. Martin looking to take a three. Martin going against Cade. Cade gets the foul call going against Martin, and Martin's going to be shooting a pair of free throws. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe. Hit the follow button. We're on currently Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Appreciate you all tuning in. 35-31 basketball game. Martin at the free throw line. Martin, first free throw on the way is up and in. Mavericks take a 5-point lead. Mavericks, second free throw on the way. Up and in. 37-31 basketball game. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade sets a screen for Beef Stew. Gets it back to Isaiah Stewart. There's going to be a foul call on the play against P.J. Washington. Currently, it is bottom of the 8th inning. Blue Jays up 4-3 on the Dodgers. There's a man on second with 0 outs. So Blue Jays looking for some insurance runs to go into the 9th. Robinson gets it into Cade. Cade guarded by Martin. Martin trying to give Cade some problems. Cade, step back, fadeaway three, way off the mark. Klay Thompson coming back the other way for the Mavericks. Klay Gets it into Russell. Russell, guarded by Ron Holland at the top of the key. Russell trying to make a man miss. Gives it back to Christie. Christie, thought about a three, drives right at Beef Stew. Beef Stew says, not in my house. Blocks it. Here comes Cade, come back the other way. Cade all the way to the hole. He's going to go to the free throw line. Cannot complete the bucket, but Cade's going to shoot a pair of free throws. Nice block from Beef Stew, preventing that play from happening against Max Christie. And Cade's going to shoot a pair of free throws. This is the defensive presence that the Pistons missed last year in the playoffs against the Knicks. Unfortunately, Beef Stew was injured, but if he was healthy, man, I think that series could have gone a whole different direction. I really believe it. Beef Stew is a big part of this basketball team. Our modern-day version of Bill Laimbeer. Shout out to Bill Laimbeer. Cade Cunningham misses the first free throw. 37-31 Mavericks. Cade. Second free throw on the way. 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. Cade, second free throw on the way is up and out. Rare 2 missed free throws from Cade Cunningham back to back. So, an empty possession for the Pistons. Pistons are 4 for 11 from free throws. That is not good at all. D'Angelo Russell, step back three. Good. D'Angelo Russell connects. It's a 40-31 basketball game. Pistons trying to get their groove together. When you shoot 35% from the free throw line, though, it's hard to get any production out. Mavericks on a 10-2 run here in the last 2 minutes. Cade trying to make that less of a problem. Goes to his left and scores with the left hand. Nice, easy layup from Cade Cunningham. Cade with 6 points, 5 assists. D'Angelo Russell gives it back to Christie. Christie thought about a three, drives baseline. PJ Washington jump shot from the free throw line, no good. And Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade guarded by Christie. Cade gives it back to Ron Holland. Ron Holland trying to make a man miss, and Ron Holland looks like he took too many steps and it's going to go back the other way. Turnover on the Pistons for Ron Holland. 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Mavericks up 7. D'Angelo Russell with the basketball, guarded by Ron Holland. D'Angelo back the other way, gives it back to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson looking to make a man miss. Klay fires for Christie. Christie, corner three, way off the mark. It's the top of the basketboard. Russell with the rebound, and Russell gets it to go. 42-33 lead for the Mavericks. Pistons looking to make something happen here. Duncan for three. Off the mark, but Duncan's going to get fouled, and Duncan Robinson's going to go to the free throw line. He's going to shoot free throws. 3 free throws. Say that 10 times fast. So 7:30 left to play here in the first half. Duncan Robinson at the free throw line. He's shooting 3 of these. Pistons up 9. Excuse me, Mavericks up 9. Pistons down by 9, trying to make it happen. Duncan, first free throw on the way. Duncan Robinson connects with the first one. 42-34 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like and subscribe. Hit the follow button. If you guys are new, let me know who's your favorite NBA team in the comments. Duncan Robinson hits the second one. I can never tell if we have Pistons fans in here or if there's a mixture of both from both sides. I know we have a couple Pistons fans like that tune in from time to time. But hopefully I can get like Mavericks fans in here too. It's all love, you know, just a competitive basketball game back and forth. Mavericks have a solid squad. I feel horrible that you guys lost your franchise in Luka. We'll never understand that move. But you got Cooper Flag at least. Duncan Robinson trying to make it a 3-point play. Duncan Robinson gets it to go. He hits all 3 free throws. There you go, Thomas. Yeah, it's weird. Like, we have a ton of sports bettors that tune into my streams, too. How many points does Cade have? How many rebounds does Duran have? How many blocks does Asar have? Need to hit my parlay. Russell back out to Cooper Flag. Flag off the wrist, the rim. Good Lord, English. Duncan Robinson back the other way. Gives it into Beef Stew, guarded by Cooper Flag. And it's going to be a foul on D'Angelo Russell. And the Pistons are in the bonus, so Jalen Duren's going to go back to the free throw line. Firo, man. Yeah, dude. I can't remember the last time I hit a parlay. Parlays and I do not get along too well, man. Mavericks up 6. 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the follow button. What's going on? Duren, first free throw on the way. Is up and good. 42-37 basketball game. Jalen Duren looking to make 2 free throws here. I know the feeling, Firo. Duren, second free throw is up and in, and the Pistons cut the deficit down to 4. Jalen Duren, 12 points. 5 for 5 from the field. Cade gets the steal. Cade come back the other way. It's 3-on-1 against Cooper Flagg. Back to Duren, and Cade tried to make a fancy pass, and he turns it over. Pistons had a 3-on-1, and they absolutely wasted it. Marshall for 3. Off the mark. Duncan Robinson with the basketball. Coming back the other way. Cade tried to get too fancy there, and he turned it over. But that's all right, though. Pistons back the other way. No harm, no foul. I don't mind turnovers, but when it's points off turnovers, then we have a problem. Javonte Green all the way to the hole and gets it to go. Javonte Green, strong finish. It's a 2-point basketball game. Timeout on the floor from the Mavericks, and we are going to go to another commercial break. Cade Cunningham, his stats so far are as follows. Cade has 6 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Looking solid so far, Thomas. 6 assists in the first half is pretty good. I'm not worried about him scoring 10 points. He's going to score 10 points. It's a matter of if he can get rebounds. That's like the hardest to get for a point guard is rebounds. It feels like with some point guards. I don't know, but then you have guys that like Luka where he can rebound more than he can assist more, but it's all speculative. So, Pistons down 2. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. I'll give you guys an update in the World Series. So, it's going to be going to the 9th inning. Blue Jays up 4-3 on the Dodgers. The Dodgers have the bottom of their lineup with Ohtani to finish it off. So, Hernandez, Rojas, and then Ohtani, who's 2 for 3 in this game. Who I have a feeling they might intentionally walk Ohtani. So that's going to be interesting, man. But the Blue Jays, 3 outs away from winning the World Series. Can they get it done, man? Like I said, I thought about doing the World Series, but baseball is like, all right, ball 1. Let me readjust my cap. Let me fix my batting gloves. Let me spit on the side. Let me check with the ump. Wait, I got time. Hang on. Let me readjust my batting gloves. Okay, I'm good to go. It's just kind of a slower game. They've done a better job with the pitch clock with it, but I don't know. Baseball's not really like the World Series is cool, but it is slow. Like when you go to a baseball game, you're not really there to sit and watch the full 9-inning baseball game, right? Especially if you bring your family, you're there to walk around, see the park, get some cotton candy, ride the merry-go-round or whatever they have at the park, you know. When I was little, though, I was like, no, we gotta be there on time. But most people don't get on time for a baseball game, unless it's like a playoff game. But usually you get there in like the 3rd, 4th inning. Dodgers going to the 9th inning. Game 7 World Series. Hernandez up at bat. Scary thing is really Dodgers, all they need is a base runner. And one swing in the bat can change everything. Tell you what, though, if Ohtani ties this up with a home run or something, I don't think they'll let him hit, but you never know. We'll see. You go to the Reds games, Dina? Nice. Yeah, Reds have a cool ballpark. I've been to the Cleveland Guardian Stadium. I've been to White Sox, and I've been to Pittsburgh. So I've been to Pirates, Guardians, and White Sox. Those are the 3 stadiums I've been to. That isn't in Detroit. I've been to Comerica a bunch of times, but pretty crazy. So we're back from a commercial break. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with me tonight. I never know what to say when we're in a commercial break or it's halftime. You just stare at the screen and hope I actually can entertain you guys for a bit, but we're back. Thank God. I feel like I'm talking to myself the whole damn time. Anyways, Mavericks coming back the other way. Mavericks. Gets it to Marshall. Marshall guarding against Asar. Gets it back to Williams. Williams for three. Off the mark here, and Tobias with the basketball. Tobias going back the other way. Duren gets it to go and is going to be met at the rim. Ball is pinballed all around, and eventually back to the Mavericks. Cooper Flagg with the basketball going against the other way. Cooper Flagg, and it's going to stay here with the Mavericks off of Jalen Duren. 2-point basketball game, 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Mavericks, Marshall looking to inbound the ball. Marshall inbounds to Klay Thompson. Spot up three off the rim. Surprise miss from Klay Thompson. Usually knock those down. Wide open three. Tobias the basketball the other way. Tobias guarded by Dwight Powell. Gets it back to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson back to Tobias. Tobias guarded by Powell. Tobias looking to drive. Tobias all the way to the rim. And he's going to get fouled. He's going to go back to the free throw line. Hernandez struck out swinging. 1 out away. 2 outs away from the Blue Jays winning the World Series. The Reds are playing the Oakland A's World Series. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was, I think that was a while ago. Tobias back at the free throw line. Tobias looking to make both of these free throws here. Tobias. First one on the way. Up and in. 42-41 basketball game. Yeah, the Coliseum was cool for the Oakland Athletics. It's a shame that they're relocating to Vegas, but I get it. They couldn't sell enough tickets. Mavericks 42-41. Tobias looking to make the second free throw. Tobias up and in, and we have a tie basketball game. So, Pistons are improving at their free throws recently. Williams with the basketball. Guarded by Duncan. Cooper Flagg with the ball. Guarded by Tobias. Cooper Flagg looking to make something happen. Guarded by Tobias. Here comes Flagg. Flagg back to Thompson. That's going to be a foul called against Tobias. That's going to stay here with the Mavericks basketball. Yeah, Pittsburgh Stadium's actually really cool. I've been there before. It's actually really nice. 5:35 to play. Williams inside. Stolen by Asar Thompson. Asar back the other way. Going at Cooper Flagg. Asar trying to make a man miss. Gives it back to Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert inside of Tobias. Tobias post game. Trying to make a man miss. Double team. Gets it back outside to Duren. Duren looking to make a man miss. Guarded by Gafford. Duren to the rim and in with the foul call. Count it in a foul. Jalen Duren trying to complete a 3-point play here. So Gafford picks up the foul. Jalen Duren, I tell you what, man, he has really improved on his post game. He's got a handle, slowly working on a jump shot. He's not really a great shooter, but inside in the paint, he's been dominant. Duren looking for his 15th point in the game, and he's going to get it. Duren with 15 points in the first half. You love to see it. He's only 21 years old, only going to get better. Mavericks come back the other way. Gafford sets the screen for Marshall. That's going to be a foul going against the Pistons. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Full count in the World Series. Top of the ninth, 1 out. Blue Jays up 1. Rojas at the plate. Inside to Klay. Klay gets a nice backdoor feed, and the Mavericks get a nice bucket to go. 45-44. So Karis LeVert guarded by Williams. Oh my gosh. Rojas just hit a home run, and the Dodgers just tied it. Unbelievable. The Dodgers just tied it. Unbelievable. Duncan Robinson off the mark, and Duren with the slam. The Dodgers just tied it. Rojas with a home run. Wow. That is crazy, dude. Unbelievable. And we have a tie ball game. Duren gets it off the mark. Back to Karis LeVert. Duren to Tobias for the slam. Here come the Pistons, man. Nice dish and go from Duren to Tobias. I cannot believe that. The Blue Jays were 2 outs away from winning the World Series, and the Dodgers just tied in the 9th. That's crazy. Klay Thompson with the basketball. Thompson off the mark. Tobias with the board. Tobias comes back the other way. Tobias. And one. Gets it to go. Count it, and the foul. Tobias using his left hand goes at the rim, and he's looking to complete a three-point play. How about Tobias Harris with the handle? Here come the Pistons. Unreal. Wow. Ohtani flies out. That's crazy, man. Miguel Rojas. I got to see a replay of that. Tobias at the free throw line. Misses the free throw. Can't complete the three-point play. That's all right, though. Cooper Flag coming back the other way. Flag to Williams. Williams for three. Off the mark. Boarded by Asar. Here comes the Pistons. Asar back the other way. Gets it back to Tobias. Tobias thought about a three. Looking to drive. Gets it back inside to Asar. Asar looking for an open man. Gives it back to Cade. Cade going against Christie. Christie back to Asar. Asar for three. And that is in. Asar Thompson hits a three-pointer. He's feeling it. How about Asar Thompson from the corner? Gets his first three of the game. Man, that's so good to see from Asar Thompson, man. Him shooting the basketball, making threes. You love to see it. Pistons up 10, going to a commercial break. Oh, I love that. That is phenomenal to see from Asar Thompson. God, if he can get a three-point shot going, dude, the sky is the limit for Asar, man. He's becoming one of the best defenders in the NBA. He's one of the most athletic players in the NBA. The only thing that is missing is a jump shot. And he's slowly working on it, dude. But give him 2-3 years on his jump shot, he could be one of the best two-way players in the NBA. I really believe that. Asar's a gem. Dodgers 4, Blue Jays 4. I cannot believe the Dodgers tied that up. I mean, that is clutch. Game 7, World Series. That is crazy, dude. Wow. Unbelievable. Miguel Rojas, 2 outs away from the Blue Jays winning the World Series, and he ties the game. That is unbelievable. Wow. That is clutch if I've ever seen it. That was unreal. Dodgers win this game. They're going to come back to Miguel Rojas. Unbelievable. Wow. That's crazy. So, listen, we're either going to get a walk-off from the Blue Jays or the Dodgers are going to win this game in extra innings. Talk about cinema for the World Series, dude. That is crazy. Reds lost to the Athletics in the World Series in 1972. Wow. That was 55 years ago. That's crazy. 53 years ago. How old is that? 28, 25, 53. It was 53 years ago. But they won in 1990. They had fun. So Blue Jays have Vlad, Bichette, and Barger. All right. Pistons coming back from a commercial break here. Yeah, Tigers haven't won since 1984. I really haven't seen a championship in my lifetime. Pistons were 5 when I won. Didn't remember it. Red Wings won it in 2008. I was 9. And Lions have never won. So it'd be nice to win a championship one day. That'd be cool. Tigers went there twice, but got destroyed both times. Cooper Flag drives, guarded by Cade. Cade picks up the foul. Pistons up 10. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Pistons up 10 with 3 minutes left to play. Karis LeVert checks out of the basketball game. Dwight Powell, top of the key. Guarded by Duren. Mavericks, inside, gets it to go. 54-46 basketball game. (54-46). Duren gets it back to Cade. Cade, inside, at PJ Washington. Cade looking for a foul. He's not going to get it. Mavericks come back the other way. Inside to Flag. Flag gets it to go, and it's going to be a foul called on Duncan Robinson. Yeah, that was crazy, Jeff. Dodgers tied it. Blue Jays were 2 outs away from winning the World Series. And the Dodgers tied it in the 9th. That is insane. I mean, that might be one of the clutchest things I've ever seen. That's freaking crazy, dude. Game 7 World Series, and you tie it with a solo shot down to your last 2 batters. I mean, that's insane. Flag gets the first free throw to fall. Kind of a weird bounce inside the rim. Reds appeared in the World Series 70, 72, 75, 76. Cooper Flag gets the second one to go. Yeah, you can thank Pete Rose for that. Pete Rose is unbelievable. Cade Cunningham to the rim. Gets it back to Tobias. Tobias for 3. Hits it to go. Tobias Harris gets it to go. 57-48 Pistons. 2 minutes left to play. Pete Rose should 100% be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. It's a disgrace the MLB hasn't inducted him yet. They have artifacts of his in the MLB, and they still refuse to acknowledge him. Williams all the way to the hole. Gets it to go. 57-50. Yeah, the ladies loved him. He had a great time. 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Dodgers winning 88 was a win for the Tigers. Kirk Gibson mode. Yeah, Kirk Gibson, that home run he had in the World Series was crazy. Beefsy checks in the ball game for the Pistons. Pistons up 7 with 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Gets it into Max Christie. Max Christie, catch and shoot 3. It is good. 57-53. Cade coming back the other way. Cade guarded by Williams. Cade trying to make a man miss. Cade spot up, jump shot, off the mark. And it's going to be pinball around back to Cooper Flag. Here come the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks, Cooper Flag coming back the other way. Asar guarded by Flag. Flag gets it to go off the rim and in and out. I thought it was in, but it fell out. Cade with the basketball. Gives it back to Tobias. Tobias trying to find an open man. Guarded by PJ Washington. Inside to Asar. Asar going against Cooper Flag. Asar pull up, turn around, jump shot off the rim. If he would have made that, I would have lost my mind. Cooper Flag coming back the other way. Flag with the basketball. He gets it back to PJ Washington. Flag top of the key, guarded by Tobias. Christie comes and sets the screen. Flag uses it off the rim and gets it to go for a 3 for Cooper Flag. And it's a 1-point basketball game. Gibson beat my Mets with one leg in the playoffs that year. Yeah, dude. Gibson was crazy, man, in his prime. Mavericks 12-3 run. Tobias stolen by Cooper Flag. Mavericks going on a run here. PJ Washington spins out of control all the way to the rim. Gives it back to Williams for 3. Williams gets it to go, and here come the Dallas Mavericks out of nowhere. JB Bickerstaff calls a timeout. Wow, huge momentum shift changing in the last couple minutes here. And Detroit calls a timeout. Got a commercial break coming up here for the Pistons. Pistons down 2. Bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Man on first. Blake Snell's in the game for the Dodgers. Dodgers are going to use all their starters in this. This might go to another 15 innings in Game 7 of the World Series. That'd be crazy, huh? That'd be something. $59-57 Mavericks. About a minute left to play here in the first half. Coming back from commercial break here. $59-57, 45 seconds left to play in the first half. This has been a back-and-forth basketball game all the way to the finish line. A lot of people in the stands dressing up for Day of the Dead, I believe. Duncan Robinson for three. Off the mark. Cade tries to get the basketball. Guarded by Dwight Powell, though. Strips it away from Cade. Cooper Flagg coming back the other way for the Mavericks. Flagg going against Ron Holland. Flagg trying to score. Looking right at the rim, and it looks like he's going to get fouled on the play here. And Cooper Flagg's going to go to the free throw line for the Mavericks. So 22 seconds left to play here in the first half. Cooper Flagg going to go back to the free throw line for the Mavericks. 2 shots on the way here for Flagg. You think what if the World Series game is still going on after after the Pistons game, dude? That'd be insane. It goes like 18 innings or something crazy again. Flagg gets the first free throw to fall, 60-57. Flagg, 9 points, 5 boards in this game so far for the Mavericks. Ron Holland checks out of the game here for the Pistons. Javonte Green comes back in. Chaz Lanier gets some minutes. Flagg hits his second free throw, 61-57 Mavericks. Mavericks on a 13-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Pistons were up 9, and now they're down 4. Cade trying to use a screen. Cade going at Flagg. Cade gets it to fall. How about Cade Cunningham going straight to the rim with 5 seconds left to play here in the first half? Cade all the way to the hole. PJ Washington gets it back to Flagg. Flagg from half court off the mark. And it's going to be a 61-59 basketball game at halftime. Halftime break coming up here for the Mavericks and Pistons. Pretty good basketball game. It's going to come down to the final shot. These two teams want it, and it's going to come down to see who can execute their shots the most, especially from three-point range. But, yeah, Pistons looking to still trying to find their groove from 3 so far right now. So 61-59 here for the Mavericks. Blue Jays, 2 men on with 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. 1 out here. D'Angelo Russell, 9 points, 4 boards. I'm going to commentate the World Series game. How long is halftime? About 15 minutes. Usually halftime shows last about 15 minutes. Same with football, same with basketball. So we're in a commercial break right now. Halftime, Pistons down 2 with some momentum in this game. I mean, Cade Cunningham had a nice bucket 10.5 here. I'll give you guys some stats. So Jalen Duren leading the way here for the Pistons. He's got 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in this game. Cade Cunningham, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists in this basketball game. Asar was 7 and 7. Beef Stew with 4 points off the bench. Cooper Flagg 10 points, leading scorer here for the Mavericks. 5 rebounds for him as well. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat here as well. Happy to answer anything you guys have for me. Usually I just try to talk about nonsense until the second half starts here. Can't wait until basketball resumes so I can actually talk about something productive. So, Dodgers looking to make something happen here against the Blue Jays. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Like I said, I'm going to try and do as much as these Pistons games as much as I can here. Jay's going to end it right here. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Bottom of the ninth for the Dodgers. Dodgers and Blue Jays, bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Men on first and second. Appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Yamamoto checks in for the Dodgers here. They're unleashing the whole bullpen in this game here. You just ate spaghetti. Spaghetti's so good. I like spaghetti. Spaghetti is nice. Very, very nice. Wow, bases loaded. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Hit by a pitch. Blue Jays could walk it off right here. Unbelievable, man. Let's see what happens. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Welcome to the stream. In the middle of a halftime break right now, Pistons down 2. Mavericks up 2 at the half here. Jalen Duren, the leading scorer here for the Pistons. Going to get you guys back to action as soon as halftime resumes back. Hopefully in about 10 minutes here. Varsho at the dish here for the Blue Jays. He could be a walk-off hero. Bases loaded, 1 out, man. Talk about pressure. Yamamoto's got to find his rhythm here. Unbelievable. I mean, regardless, I mean, we're getting a World Series Classic finale for the ages, regardless. So this is going to be very interesting. A grand slam. Can you imagine that? That'd be insane. That would be crazy. So Cooper Flag, 10 points, 5 boards. This is a big game for both these squads here in Mexico. Some other scores around the league. Kings, 135 to 133 over the Bucks. Levine, 31 points, 4 boards. DeRozan, 29 and 4. Giannis had 26, 11, and 8 in that game. Kyle Kuzma with 22 points. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Welcome to the party. I was waiting for something to happen in this game 7. Dodgers trying to make it go to the 10th inning here. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Varsho. Ooh. Varsho grounded into a fielder's choice. And obviously, I think they threw it home. Man, this is what you dream about if you're a baseball player. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, bases loaded in a Game 7 of the World Series. I mean, this is like the perfect scenario. Who's coming to the dish for the Blue Jays? This is crazy, man. This is something, man. This is something. Varsho grounded into a fielder's choice. Crazy. Game 7, man. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. I'm not really sure what to talk about here at halftime. Usually they got a panel of guests going on here, but I usually just commentate the first, second, third, and fourth quarters. I'm honestly going halftime break for the next time I do this because there's really nothing I gotta say. I mean, I've given you guys pretty much everything so far. I'll just keep repeating myself. Duran, 17 points, 2 boards, leading scorer for the Pistons at the half. Duran's been playing pretty well. So we're going to see if JB Bickerstaff can get the Pistons back to their momentum. They were up 9 earlier in this game, and then the Mavericks went on like a 13-0 run. So kind of nuts. Wow, we're going to extra innings in the World Series. Clement flied out to center. And we got extra inning baseball in the World Series. Unbelievable. Wow. Cade Cunningham, 8 points, 8 assists so far in this game. Appreciate you all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? Extra inning baseball in Game 7 of the World Series. Appreciate you all tuning in. It's just so funny. It's like, I don't know if I should say something at halftime. I mean, usually like when like a broadcaster, you know, goes on halftime break, he's on break, right? But like, I don't know, because this is not the traditional form of broadcasting. So I don't know if I'm supposed to like say anything more than I've already said for the last 10 minutes already, or keep going, or just blab on about nothing. Usually when there's a game to commentate, there's more of a, I try not to keep the shows dull. You know what I mean? Like, I always try to at least say something throughout the entire night. Commercial breaks are a little bit easier because I can kind of just recap what just happened in the last possession or so. But when it's a halftime show, there's only so much you can talk about for so long. It's easier if you have a conversation when you have like 3-4 guys because you can bounce off ideas and with each other. But yeah, kind of interesting. But I mean, Cooper Flag's the real deal. Mavericks, I mean, you guys got so lucky in the lottery. I don't know how that ping pong ball fell your way, but you got Flag. He's going to be a generational stud for years to come. And it's going to be interesting. Dodgers have gotten so lucky, dude. It's been crazy. What a freaking catch, though. He literally mossed his own fielder to go to extra innings. He caught it over him. That is insane, man. Whoever wins this game, man, this is going to be one of the best World Series games of all time. Unreal. Freddie Freeman flies out to left. Should be coming back here from a commercial break, I would assume, anytime soon. It's been about 10-15 minutes from halftime. I would imagine the players are getting back out there to warm up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat. I'm just kind of hanging out here, waiting and anxiously waiting until this third quarter starts. Still on a commercial break. Mookie Betts walks. There's a man on for the Dodgers. One on, one out, top of the 10th. Miguel Rojas, dude, that was unfreaking believable. I mean, that was crazy. What he just did was crazy. Solo shot in the top of the 9th. Blue Jays get the bases loaded. They get out of the jam. I'll see you guys in a minute when we get halftime back. Looks like we're about to start off here once again. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're just waiting anxiously until this third quarter starts. Really good basketball game, though. 2-point lead from the Mavericks. It could go anybody's way here. Oh, 2 men on now for the Dodgers. Hernandez at the dish here for the Dodgers. Looks like we're getting start to set off the third quarter here, guys. Dallas had a 17-5 run to end the half. That's actually crazy. Pistons were up 9 at one point, looking to get things going, and Mavericks just took control over this game. Here we go. Thank God. We're back from commercial break and halftime break. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Back in business. Basketball time. Here we go. Start of the third quarter. Timeouts are back in full effect for both teams. And here comes the man of the hour, Cade Cunningham. Bases loaded for the Dodgers. Wow. Tobias Harris, top of the key. Gives it inside to Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham working on Max Christie. Cade off the rim. And Cooper Flagg with the board coming back the other way. Cooper Flagg with the basketball. Flagg going against Cade. Gets it back to Max Christie. Max Christie looking to drive. Max Christie gets it to fall. A nice little teardropper from Max Christie. 63-59 Mavericks. Jalen Duren gets it into Cade Cunningham. 11:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Pistons looking to make something going here on offense. Asar. Top of the three-point line, gives it back to Duren. Duren looking to make something happen against Gafford. Asar looking to drive, gets it back to Tobias. Cade with the basketball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Asar working against Cooper Flagg. Asar inside. Asar with a nice jump hook shot and a nice little 2-point game from Asar Thompson to cut it back down to 2. PJ Washington working on Tobias. Gets it back to Gafford. Gafford inside. He's going to get fouled. He's going to go back to the free throw line. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the stream. What's going on? Hit the follow button, like, and subscribe if you guys are new. What's up, what's up, what's up? Daniel Gafford, 11 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. First free throw on the way is up and in. 3-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. Daniel Gafford making his season debut. Starting for the injured Anthony Davis at center. Hits both free throws and the Mavericks take a 4-point lead. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade gets it back to Tobias. Tobias working inside. Gets it back to Asar. Back to Cade at the top of the key. Max Christie giving Cade problems all game. Cade back to Asar. Asar looking inside, going at Cooper Flag. And it's going to be turning the ball over and back the other way for the Mavericks. Flag gets it back inside to PJ Washington. Flag to full court, guarded by Asar. Asar working on Flag. Daniel Gafford sets the screen. Flag trying to use it. Asar giving Flag problems at the top of the key. Asar goes to the rim, off the rim. Gafford with the bucket and one. Count the foul and the bucket. And Daniel Gafford goes back to the free throw line. Mavericks up 6, making a look at 7 here. Daniel Gafford, been around the block, 7th season in the NBA, making his impact felt on the Mavericks here. Looking to complete a 3-point play here for the Dallas Mavericks. Gafford, up and away, and good. And it's a 7-point basketball game. Mavericks up 7 on the Pistons. Daniel Gafford, all 5 of his points came in the third quarter early on. Cade back to Tobias. Tobias working on PJ Washington for a cutting Asar Thompson off the rim. Duren tried to put it back up and no good. Here comes Klay Thompson the other way. Klay Thompson gets it to PJ Washington. PJ Washington guarded by Duncan Robinson. PJ Washington inside. Still working on Duncan. Goes baseline. Can't get it to go. Gets it back off to Christie. Christie to Flag for corner 3. Off the mark. Way air ball. What's up, Richard? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Cade with the basketball. Going to the 11th inning. Excuse me, bottom of the 10th for the World Series. Duncan for corner 3. Much needed hoop for the Pistons. Huge hoop from Duncan Robinson to cut the deficit down to 4. Cooper Flag to full court, guarded by Cade. Duncan Robinson, 11 points in this game. Klay Thompson for 3. Gets it to go. Excuse me, my computer had a seizure once again. 71-64 basketball game. Klay Thompson, big 3. Klay Thompson, 11 points in this game. 3 for 6 from 3. Gets it back to Tobias. Tobias inside. Gets it to Jalen Duren. Duren goes to the hole and the finish. Count the bucket and the foul. Jalen Duren, nice dish. Gets it to go. 71-66. And Jalen Duren's going to go back to the free throw line. Nice deep fish. Nice fish. Nice dish inside from Tobias Harris. And Jalen Duren is putting the team on his back, leading scorer for the Pistons. Duren, free throw on the way, off the mark. Christie with the board. Karis LeVert on Cooper Flag, top of the key. Klay Thompson sets the screen for Flag. Flag mismatch to Duncan Robinson. Flag going at Duncan Robinson. Off the rim, Duren with the board. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade Cunningham to full court. Gives it to go on Jalen Duren. Duren inside and hits it to go. 71-68 for the Mavericks. Cooper Flag dishes it back to PJ Washington. Washington to Christie for a corner 3. Off the mark. Tobias with the basketball. Here come the Pistons. Cade Cunningham the other way to full court. Cade working on Flag at the rim. And Duren slams it home. But it looks like they're going to call a flag on Cooper Flag. A foul on Cooper Flag before the bucket hit on Cade Cunningham. Duren has been putting in work so far for the Pistons this year. It's just, like, there's not many NBA centers that can run the floor as well as Duren can. And it's nice when you have that if you're the Pistons. Cade with another missed free throw in this game. Cade's been struggling at the free throw line this game so far. 71-68 Mavericks. Cade looking to split the pair here. We got Pistons, Mavericks. We got the World Series and extra innings right now. This is madness. Cade Cunningham at the stripe. Cade gets it to go, splits the pair, and it's a 2-point basketball game. Mavericks come back the other way. 8:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Cade, 9 points, 4 boards, and 11 assists. Cooper Flag gets it in to D'Angelo Russell, who checks into the game. Guarded by Cade. Cade working on D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell goes at Cade inside and turns it over. Nice defense by Cade Cunningham there, and Pistons basketball going back the other way. Cade with the basketball. To full court. Trying to set up the offense. Cade. PJ Washington switches on Cade. Cade gets it back to Tobias. Tobias on a shorter Max Christie. Back to Tobias. Tobias working on Max Christie. Inside to Karis LeVert. Back to Cade. Cade for three. Hits it to go. Huge hoop from Cade Cunningham. And the Pistons regain control of the lead. Cade in a double-double right now with points and assists. Working on rebounds. He needs 6 more boards for a triple-double. Max Christie with the basketball. Guarded by Duncan Robinson. Robinson working on Christie. Gets it back to Washington. Washington against Tobias. Back to Christie. Christie to Russell for three. Russell hits a huge hoop for the Mavericks. A big-time three, and the Mavericks regain possession up 2. 7:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Tobias Harris with the basketball. Cade Cunningham inside. Gives it outside to LeVert. It's going to be a push-away foul against the ball going against the Mavericks on Cade. It's going to be on Dwight Powell. Klay Thompson, his third foul of the game. Cade Cunningham back with the basketball. Gets it to Karis LeVert. Karis going at the hole against Cooper Flagg. To Jalen Duren for a nice, easy hoop. And we have a tie basketball game. 74-74. D'Angelo Russell. To full court. Guarded by Duren. Gets it outside to Christie. Christie thought about a three. Gives it back to Flagg. Flagg working on Duren. Inside, outside, back to Christie. Ball moving all over the place. D'Angelo Russell puts up a circus shot, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Jalen Duren with 23 points in the third quarter. Man, Duren is moving without the basketball right now. I mean, he is putting together right place, right time, cutting inside, trying to find his guys, and he's working on this Mavericks team right now. D'Angelo Russell hits the first free throw, 75-74 Mavericks. D'Angelo Russell looking to get 2 for 2 from the line. Russell, second free throw on the way, and good. 76-74 Mavericks over the Pistons here. D'Angelo Russell with 14 points in this game. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Top of the key, guarded by Christie. Gives it back to Tobias. Tobias inside the Duren. Duren guarded by Dwight Powell. Back to Cade. Cade looking to find Duren. Gets it back outside to Karis LeVert. Working on Marshall. LeVert trying to make something happen here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Gets it off. In and out. And it's going to be going back the other way for the Mavericks. .6:33 left to play here in the third quarter, and looks like we're going to be going to a commercial break. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all being here, stopping in, say hello. Let me know who your favorite team is in the chat. If you guys are a Pistons fan, Mavericks fan, just stopping in to say hi. What is poppin'? If you guys are also new to the stream, hit the like button. It's free. It also helps out the stream a lot. It'd be much appreciated as well if you guys are enjoying my little weird play-by-play broadcast, doing the best I can to get you guys a somewhat of a, I don't know what the word is, a visual aid for the play-by-play stream today. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. We're going to be going to the 11th inning probably in the World Series Game 7. Unbelievable, man. Unreal baseball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? What's up? What's up? Pistons down to third quarter in a commercial break right now. Pistons take a timeout. .6:33 left to play in the third quarter. Jalen Duren has been having the game of his season so far. Duren's got 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Cade with 12 points, 11 assists. Getting his guys involved, man. This is going to be coming down to the final shot. This is a good basketball game. 2 evenly matched teams. Mavericks without Davis and Kyrie. But Pistons are trying to hold their ground here in this one. Going to the 11th inning in the Game 7 World Series. Absolute mayhem. On a Sunday night, midnight on the East Coast. What more could you ask for? Mavericks and Pistons, Mexico City game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? All right, getting back to go here from commercial break. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on, everyone? What's happening? How we doing? D'Angelo Russell puts up a shot, 78-74 basketball game. Yeah, turning back the clocks tonight on the East Coast. Duncan Robinson with the basketball, down 4. Cade Cunningham with the basketball, working against Marshall. Cade trying to get a hook shot, misses off the rim. Marshall back the other way for the Mavericks. Mavericks. Cade working on Marshall. Marshall gives it up to Max Christie. Christie guarded by Duncan Robinson. D'Angelo Russell to full court. At mid-logo, guarded by Karis LeVert, inside to PJ Washington, back outside to Max Christie. Max Christie, 2 on the shot clock, has to get it up and is fouled, and Max Christie's going to be going to the free throw line for the Mavericks. Appreciate you guys all being here, man. What's going on? Welcome to the party. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Christie, first free throw off the mark. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. $76-74 basketball game. Excuse me, $79-74 basketball game. Christie gets 1 free throw to go on the way. Cade gets it to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson all the way to the rack, and he gets it to go. Nice, easy layup for Duncan Robinson. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. What's up? 79-76. Mavericks coming back the other way. Dwight Powell with the basketball, guarded by Jalen Duren. D'Angelo Russell for 3. Off the mark. Cade lets it go. He playfully tried to save it, but clearly out of bounds on Mavericks. So, Pistons basketball going back down the floor. Duncan Robinson, nice drive from him. Duncan Robinson's having himself a nice game in this one. Jalen Duren gets it back to Cade. 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Duren outside to Beef Stew for 3. Off the mark. Max Christie with the rebound. Christie working on Cade. Top of the three-point line. Gets it back outside to Powell. Powell back to Christie. Christie on Duncan Robinson. Christie driving. Gets it back outside. Stolen away by Cade Cunningham. Here we go. 2-on-1. Cade to Asar. Asar for the jam. 79-78. Mavericks. Here come the Pistons. Nice two-way game from Cade and Asar. Cade has 12 points and 12 assists in this game. Marshall, inside, guarded by Beef Stew. Gets it back outside of the three-point line. Max Christie. Marshall still has the ball inside for a hook shot, and it falls. Nice little jump hook from Mavericks. Marshall. And they take a 3-point lead. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Top of the 11th, 2 outs. Oh my gosh. Smith just homered for the Dodgers. Duren inside. 81-80 Pistons basketball game. Smith with a huge home run, the 11th for the Dodgers here. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the party. Mavericks inside. Russell gets it back out to PJ Washington for three. Washington off the mark. Durham with the basketball. Asar coming back the other way. Asar. Working on D'Angelo Russell. Has the mismatch. Gives it back out to Cade. Cade working inside. Cade to the hoop. And Cade's going to get fouled. And Cade Cunningham's going to be going to the free throw line. That's crazy, Chris. Wow. The third game, 7 to 11 innings or more in the World Series. Wow. 1924 and 1997. That's nuts. Wow. 81-80 basketball game. Cade Cunningham going back to the free throw line. Trying to tie this basketball game here with a free throw. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? Cade, first free throw, up and away, 81-81 Pistons. Yeah, everyone's on their feet. Dodgers are 3 outs away from winning the World Series. Cade Cunningham, his second free throw, up and away, and that one is in. Cade Cunningham gets both free throws. Take a 1-point lead, 82-81 Pistons. 3:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Hit the follow button. Appreciate you all being here. What's going on, everyone? D'Angelo Russell hits a technical foul free throw going against Beef Stewart. It's going to be an 82-82 basketball game. So Mavericks get the basketball with the technical foul going against Isaiah Stewart. Love Beef Stew, but sometimes his antics get the best of him. Technical foul machine, and he's having a good time. Williams all the way to the hole. Gets it back outside to Flag. Flag gets it back out to Russell. Russell guarded by LeVert. Russell, three-point line. Drives inside for the hoop, and it falls for the Mavericks. 84-82 basketball game. Asar to full court. Gives it back to Ron Holland, who checks into the basketball game. Ron Holland trying to get his first basket of the game. Asar for three, and it's off the mark. Man, keep shooting, Asar. Williams outside to Marshall. Marshall inside to Gafford. Gafford back to Flag for the corner. Flag inside, trying to make a man miss. Gives it back to Marshall, guarded by Ron Holland. Ron Holland, nice defense on Marshall. Gets the steal. Here we go. 4-on-2 for the Pistons. Karis LeVert, corner three, need it. And he gets it to go. Huge hoop from Karis LeVert, and the Pistons regain control 85-84. 2:20 left to play here in the third quarter. D'Angelo Russell gives it up to Gafford. Russell back, top of the key, guarded by Holland. Russell back to Gafford for the slam. 86-85 Mavericks. It is back and forth the whole game. I wonder how many lead changes there's been in this one. Probably 10. Karis LeVert, top of the key. LeVert inside, pull-up jump shot off the mark. Beef Stew trying to get the rebound. And it looks like we got a timeout called by the Mavericks. So timeout by the Mavericks. Mavericks up 1 with possession. 2 minutes left to play, and we're going back to another commercial break. Bottom 11th in the World Series, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up at the plate. He's 0 for 4 in this game. Ohtani 3 for 6. Bo Bichette 2 for 4. Excuse me, that's Springer. Ohtani's 2 for 5. Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, huge home run in the top of the 9th. Crazy World Series finale wrapping up here. In a commercial break, man. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, watching the stream. What is happening? Appreciate you all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? Pistons, Mavericks, Mexico game. Pistons got the Grizzlies on Monday. Unfortunately, I will not be able to break that down. I got a bowling league that I'm on Monday nights. But I will be back for the Pistons-Jazz game on Wednesday night. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. Hit the follow button, subscribe if you guys are new. 86-85 Mavericks. Appreciate you all tuning in. What's going on, everyone? So, Pistons looking good coming out the second half. A little of vengeance. Duncan Robinson's shooting the basketball better. Cade's getting to the free throw line more. Jalen Duren's been the saving grace so far for this team. 25 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Cade has 14 and 13 assists. Asar 11 and 7. Not much action from the bench. Beef Stew's got 4 and 4. Ron Holland has yet to score. Javonte Green 2. Karis LeVert with 5 points. Chaz Lanier checked in for like 10 seconds and then came out of the game. I want to see us use more of Paul Reed, though. I feel like he's a solid player. He usually comes into the game, though, when either Beef Stew or Duren has an injury. Back from the commercial break. Appreciate you guys all being here. Mavericks, Pistons, third quarter. Almost coming to a close. 1:42 left to play in the third quarter here. Jalen Duren, his 4th season in the NBA with the Pistons, only 21 years old. He's got 25 points tonight. The future is extremely bright for Jalen Duren. Williams inside gets fouled. He's going to be going back to the free throw line for the Mavericks. Foul on Beef Stew. So Williams at the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point game here for the Mavericks. There's a chance, guys, I'm going to have to do my World Series reaction in the middle of this game. Williams, first free throw in and out. No good. Trying to get a second one up and away here. Oh my gosh. Bomb the 11th. The Blue Jays got a man on third. Unbelievable game, dude. Williams. It's the free throw. 87-85 Mavericks. Appreciate you guys all being here, man. What's going on? Like and subscribe, hit the follow button. Welcome to the party, everybody. 87-85 basketball game. Isaiah Stewart with the basketball. Tobias Harris. Off the mark, try to hit a mid-range jump shot. No good. Here come the Mavericks coming back the other way. D'Angelo Russell, guarded by Ron Holland. D'Angelo Russell. Finds Flag. Asar trying to guard Flag. Cooper Flag trying to make a man miss. Back outside of D'Angelo Russell for a deep 3, and that ball is good. D'Angelo Russell is feeling himself. That was a deep 3, and the Mavericks take possession with a 5-point lead in this game. Karis LeVert with the basketball. Gets it back outside to Tobias. Tobias guarded by Martin. Tobias trying to make a man miss. Gets it back out to LeVert. Ron Holland with the basketball. Ron Holland drives. He's going to be off the rim, but puts it back up and in. Nice play by Ron Holland. Misses the first shot. Gets his own rebound. Puts back up the miss. Nice play by Ron Holland to make it a 3-point game. Blue Jays have a men on first and third. One out bottom of the 11th. This is crazy. 87-90 basketball game. Flag. Mid-range jump shot is good. Cooper Flag with the mid-range J. 92-87 basketball game. 25 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Asar, guarded by Flag, top of the key. Asar is going to wait until the final shot here. Not rushing at all right now. Asar gets it to Ron Holland. Ron Holland drives baseline. He's going to turn it over. It's going to be back to Mavericks basketball. Ron Holland working a little bit too aggressively. Mavericks working to get the final shot off here before the third quarter. Ron Holland trying to make it up with his defense. Ron Holland guarded by the Mavericks, and he's going to foul The Mavericks, it's going to put them back on the free throw line. Ron Holland getting a little bit too aggressive here for the Pistons. So, Mavericks going to go back to the free throw line. Williams back at the stripe. Mavericks up 5 with 4 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Duncan Robinson and Cade Cunningham looking to check back into the basketball game here. Not sure why they do that with 4 seconds left, but suits yourself. Williams with the first free throw up and away and good. 93-87 basketball game. End of the 11th, and the Dodgers win the World Series. They ground into a double play, and the Dodgers win the World Series. Unbelievable. The Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2025 World Series champs, and they go back-to-back. Williams in and out. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Cade come back the other way. Half court. Takes it for 3. Off the miss. And it's going to be a 6-point basketball game going to the fourth quarter. We got a good one on us, guys. Oh, that's crazy, Chris. Yeah, I forgot about that. They started the season in Tokyo. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's nuts. I'm going to be doing my reaction, guys. Give me 1 second. You'll hear me in the background here for a bit. 1 second, guys. All right. What's up, Solomon? How you doing? What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. Solomon, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you tuning in. That was a crazy game 7. Wow, for the World Series. That's unbelievable. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy, man. Dodgers are the World Series champs. Now we're trying to get a Pistons win here. So we're going to the fourth quarter here. Pistons down 6. This is going to be a really good finish, I think. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. What's going on? Welcome to the party, everybody. How we doing? Appreciate you all being here. What's going on, everyone? Going to the fourth quarter here. 93-87 basketball game. Going into the fourth quarter. What is happening? Pistons down 6. Coming at you at the top of the fourth quarter here. Hit the follow button. Subscribe if you guys are new. We're going to be trying to do as many Pistons games as we can this year. What's happening, everybody? How we doing? D'Angelo Russell, 4 for 8 from the three-point line this year. This game, I mean. Here we go. Mavericks back the other way. Williams with the basketball, guarded by Cade. Pistons down 6. Stolen away by Javonte Green. Javonte Green with an easy hoop and a slam. Nice play by Javonte Green with the takeaway. Pistons down by 4. 11:42 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Mavericks back the other way, guarded by Duncan Robinson. Williams with the basketball. Back to Cooper Flagg. Flagg guarded by Javonte Green. Javonte Green on Cooper Flagg. Flagg going to the rim and swatted away by Javonte Green. Nice couple defensive possessions from Javonte Green here off the Pistons bench. How about Javonte Green getting his name involved here? Nicely done. Javonte putting in some productive minutes here. Mavericks with the basketball. Stolen away by Duncan Robinson. Back to Cooper Flagg, though. Cooper Flagg gets it back. Flagg has to take a crazy 3 because the shot clock was running out. That's a good possession stand, though, from the Detroit Pistons. 11:17 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Pistons down 4. And we're going to see what they got here. Cade Cunningham, the full court. 11 minutes left to play here in regulation. Cade trying to set up the offense. Cade guarded by PJ Washington. Cade back outside to Duncan. Back to Cade. Cade, ISO, one-on-one against PJ Washington. Passed it off to Beef Stew inside for a nice layup. Pistons cut it back down to 2. Here come the Pistons. Mavericks the other way. Cody Martin with the basketball. Cody or Caleb? I can't remember, honestly. PJ Washington with the basketball, guarded by Beef Stew. Inside to Williams. Williams tries to find PJ Washington. Stolen away by Cade Cunningham. Duncan Robinson with the basketball. Cade, to full court. Slams it. Oh my gosh. A terrific play by PJ Washington. Tobias had a dunk, and PJ Washington out of nowhere came and robbed it from a basket. Martin for 3. Off the mark. Duncan Robinson trying to get. It's going to stay here with Mavericks basketball. Absolutely wild game here. Excuse me. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. What's going on, everybody? PJ Washington inside, off the rim. Cade Cunningham with the rebound. Here we go. Here come the Pistons. Tobias to full court. Tobias working on D'Angelo Russell, trying to set things up. Harris on the three-point line. Gets it back to Cade. Thanks, Dina. And we got a timeout coming the other way from Pistons. Looks like we got another commercial break coming up for you guys as well. Sorry, I forgot to get rid of that commercial break. So just under 10 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. '93-91 basketball game. Gotta get these timeouts right, man. So the Mavericks have 3 left. And the Pistons have 3 left. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Or does this look better? That looks better, I think. There we go. Isn't that cool? I love this interactive scoreboard my friend made me. Shout out to my friend CWA for helping me set this up. All right. Pistons down 2 with 10 minutes left to play. If you guys are new, hit the follow button. Welcome, like, and subscribe. If you guys are new, appreciate you all tuning into the live stream. This is going to come down to the final shot. This is going to be one for the record books, and we're going to see if the Pistons can bounce back here with just under 10 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. What's going on? What up, what up, what up? Pistons got the Grizzlies on Monday, and then we got the Jazz on Wednesday. I'll be doing that Wednesday game for you guys. Unfortunately, I can't do Monday and Tuesday games because I'm at a bowling league that day. But I'll be doing everything else. If it's on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I'll be doing those games. Got to see if I'm going to do the Lions game tomorrow. It's still up in the air. I can't really get a nice cable connection properly right now, so. Coming up here in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes left to play. All right. Coming back from commercial break here. Cade Cunningham versus Cooper Flagg, both #1 overall picks, both attended the same high school, Montverde Academy. Cade 2021, Cooper Flagg 2025. Cooper Flagg 12 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. Cade with 14 points, 6 boards, and 14 assists. So Cade getting his guys involved in this one. Cade with the basketball. Cade gets it back to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson for 3. Gets it to go. Huge hoop from Duncan Robinson. You guys like the red or the blue? I like the red. D'Angelo Russell at the basketball, guarded by Javonte Williams. Martin, guarded by Duncan. Tobias on Cooper Flagg. Duncan goes to help out. Flagg guarded. Russell for 3. Gets it to go. D'Angelo Russell has been on fire against this Pistons defense from 3. 13 lead changes in this basketball game. Cade to full court. Cade being double teamed. Gets it back to Javonte Green. Javonte Green inside. Try to get to go off the rim. It's going to be going back the other way for the Mavericks. Here come the Mavericks. D'Angelo Russell for 3. Heat check on the way. D'Angelo Russell is on fire for the Dallas Mavericks. That was an absolute heat check. Spot up 3, and he drilled it. 28 points for D'Angelo Russell. Beef stew and 1. Huge shoot for Beef Stew here. Beef Stew gets it to go. Count the bucket and the foul. That's a big hoop from Beef Stew to try to stop the run from D'Angelo Russell. This guy has been on a tear against this Pistons defense. They cannot stop D'Angelo Russell. So Beef Stew trying to complete the 3-point play here. Beef Stew at the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point game. Beef Stew gets it to go. 2-point game. 99-97. We got a ball game. 8 minutes left to play here. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like the live stream. It's free. It helps out the stream. Welcome to the show. 99-97. D'Angelo Russell being guarded. PJ Washington inside. Asar meets him at the rim, and it's going to be off the rim. Asar is down. He is hurt. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Going the other way. Cade looking to find an open man. Asar is still down. Gets back up on the floor. Here comes Asar. He's healthy. He looks okay. Cade with the basketball. Disrupted by D'Angelo. Cade for 3. Off the mark. 8 minutes left to play here in regulation. Martin to the hole. Met at the rim by Beef Stew. Huge play by Beef Stew. Big block going the other way. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Back to Javonte Green for 3. Javonte Green hits a huge 3. And the Pistons take a 1-point lead. How about that possession? Beef Stew with a monster block at the other end. Finds Javonte Green. Javonte Green hits a huge 3. Stolen away by Asar. Here come the Pistons. Duncan Robinson. Asar Thompson going the other way. Asar gets fouled. What a possession from this Pistons team. Unbelievable. Martin tried to dunk it all over Beef Stew. Beef Stew said, not in my house. And Javonte Green with a huge hoop. What a freaking block from Isaiah Stewart. Unbelievable block. He's done that multiple times trying to dunk on him, and they can't get it to go. Unreal. What a block from Isaiah Stewart. You guys got to see that, man. That was an unbelievable block from Isaiah Stewart. What a block. So they're trying to see if this is a clear path foul on Ausar right now. Duncan Robinson stole it, got it back to Ausar, and P.J. Washington just kind of checked him, trying to make sure there wasn't anything unnecessary there. What a freaking block by Isaiah Stewart. Unbelievable block. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. What's going on, everybody? No clear path foul. It's going to stay here with Pistons basketball. That was one of the best blocks I've ever seen. Martin tried to dunk it on Stewart, and Stewart met him at the rim. That was unbelievable. Crazy. $7:42 left to play in the basketball game. Pistons up 1. Cade coming in with the basketball. Cade working the other way. Cade trying to set it up. Gets it back to Ausar. Ausar spin move. Inside to Beef Stew. Beef Stew working on Gafford. Beef Stew up. Gets a foul. Beef Stew's going to go back to the free throw line. Getting some solid minutes from Beef Stew in this ball game. What a freaking change of momentum down the stretch here for the Pistons. Wow. Crazy. Isaiah Stewart at the free throw line. Pistons up 1. 7:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Beef Stew gets it to go. Huge free throw from Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart trying to make this a 3-point basketball game. Got a great basketball game and a good finish on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Isaiah Stewart trying to make it a 3-point game. Isaiah Stewart. Second free throw on the way, off the mark. Daniel Gafford with the board. 2-point game here with 7 minutes left to play here in regulation. We got a good one on our hands, folks. Here comes Williams all the way to the hole, and Beef Stew checks him, and Williams is going to go back to the free throw line. What is happening? Williams gets the first one to fall here, 101-100. $7:22 left to play. Williams, free throw on the way, gets it to go. We got a tie ball game with 7 minutes left to play in regulation. This is basketball. Ausar Thompson coming back the other way for the Pistons. Ron Holland to Ausar. Tobias inside. Tobias, turnaround jump shot off the mark. Mavericks with the basketball. Mavericks coming back the other way. Mavericks looking to push. Williams guarded by Ron Holland. Ron Holland, great defense on Williams. And that's going to be a jump ball. Ron Holland and Williams are going to go at it. Great defense from Ron Holland. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. 101-101. 7 minutes left to play here in regulation. So Ron Holland's going to jump it up with Williams. Ron Holland gets it to fall, and it's going to be back to Pistons basketball. Asar trying to make something happen here with Cade on the bench currently. Asar at the three-point line. Ron Holland gets it back to Asar. Asar trying to make a man miss. Asar going right at D'Angelo Russell. Asar gets it to go. Huge hoop from Asar Thompson. 103-101 Pistons. 6:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. D'Angelo Russell with the basketball for the Mavericks. Stolen away by Javonte Green. 3-on-1. Asar to the hole, and Duren finishes with the slam. 105-101 Pistons. Huge transitional hoop. It was 3-on-1. Javonte Green, Asar, and Duren. It was like a triple three-way steal, and the Pistons take a 4-point lead. 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. We got a good one on our hands, folks. What's going on, Slash from the Philippines? Welcome, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. What's up, PA? Defense. That block by Isaiah Stewart was insane, dude. That was freaking crazy. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? 105-101. In a commercial break right now. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. What's happening? What's up? Gonna try and do as many of these Pistons games as I can. Welcome to the party, folks. Dodgers win the World Series in 11 innings. 6:26 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Pistons up 4. Yeah, guys, at the clock's back tonight. Having a good time. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? (105-101). Pistons take control. Huge couple last possessions for the Pistons there. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. What's happening, everybody? We need Jaden Ivey back, man. I can't wait till Jaden Ivey gets back and healthy for us. And hopefully we can get, I don't know what happens with Malik Beasley, but if we sign him, great. If we don't, we don't. He gets cleared, whatever. What's going to happen with that? But appreciate you guys all stopping in. Today was my Friday, hence the end of the naps. There you go. We got a ball game on our hands, guys. Coming back from commercial break here. Pistons up 4. 6 minutes left to play here in regulation. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. Follow, like, subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Let me know who's here in the chat. I promise I don't bite. Sometimes, but not usually. All right. Mexico City. We got a good game on our hands, guys. It's still anybody's ball game. Beef Stew putting in together productive minutes coming off the bench, man. He's averaging 2 blocks a game, and he's only playing 21 minutes. I mean, that's phenomenal production from Beef Stew. Cade and Beef Stew on the bench, trying to get their second unit out on the floor right now to maintain this lead right now. Max Christie with the basketball. Max Christie to the hole. Gets it to go. Tough finish from Max Christie. 105-103 Pistons. 6 minutes left to play here. We got a good finish coming down to the wire for you guys in Mexico. Asar Thompson with the basketball. Top of the key, looking to make something happen. Asar trying to set it up. Gets it to Javonte Green. Javonte Green back to Duren. Duren working on Gafford. Duren inside. Duren off the rim. Gets it back, though, to Ron Holland with the basketball. Reset the shot clock. Tobias. Gets it to go. Back to Javonte Green for 3. In and out. Can't get it to go. Mavericks with the basketball. D'Angelo Russell the other way for the Mavericks. Mavericks trying to make something happen here. Guarded by Tobias. Gets it back to D'Angelo Russell. Russell. He's been hot all night and turns it over for the Mavericks, coming back the other way for the Pistons. Can't confirm, I never bit you. Publicly stated for the record. 105-103 Pistons. 5:30 left to play here in regulation. Cade, Duncan Robinson coming back on the floor here for the Pistons. Marshall comes back off the floor here for the Mavericks. Pistons looking for a hoop here. Pistons up 2, 5:30 left to play here. Here comes Cade Cunningham. Cade to full court, looking to make something happen. Cade, inside to Asar. Asar gets it back to Ron Holland. Ron Holland for 3. Off the mark. It's going to be Mavericks basketball going back the other way. Cooper Flag with the basketball. Flag. Working on Cade Cunningham. Gets it back out to D'Angelo Russell. Gafford tries to find a cutting Russell, guarded by Asar. Asar working on Max Christie. Christie gets it back to Russell. Russell for 3. Gets it to go. D'Angelo Russell has been unfreaking believable in this basketball game. He is hitting every 3 that comes his way. That is his 31st point for tonight. He's 7 for 3 from the 3-point line. Ron Holland with the basketball. Back to Tobias. Tobias for 3. Off the mark. Duren was going to be a loose ball foul going against Duren. And the Mavericks, Pistons cannot stop D'Angelo Russell to save their life. He is hotter than a blowtorch right now for the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, no Anthony Davis, no Kyrie for Mavericks tonight. Pistons got 3 timeouts. Mavericks got 2 timeouts. D'Angelo Russell come back the other way. D'Angelo Russell, another 3. Off the mark, finally misses. D'Angelo Russell made like his last 5 straight 3s against the Pistons. Pistons down 4 with 4:20 left to play here in regulation. If you guys are new, like and subscribe. We got a good one in Mexico. Cade Cunningham to full court. 4 minutes left to play here in regulation. Duren comes and sets the screen for Cade. Cade driving to his left. Cade all the way to the hole, and Cade's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Way to work and go to the rim, Cade Cunningham. 4 minutes left to play here in regulation. Pistons down 1. Mavs have 2 timeouts. Pistons have 3. Big 2 free throws coming here for the Pistons. Cade, first free throw on the way. These are huge free throws here. Cade, first free throw up and good. Tie basketball game, 106-106. Cade going straight to the hole. What's up, Joel? How you doing, buddy? Go Pistons, man. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. 106-106. Cade, second free throw on the way and good. 107-106 Pistons. 4 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Cade Cunningham, 16 points, 16 assists for Cade Cunningham in this basketball game. Can you get to 20? We're going to find out. Max Christie with the basketball. Gives it back out to P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington for 3. Off the mark. Boarded by Ron Holland. Cade with the basketball. Cade to full court. Working on P.J. Washington. Cade working on P.J. Driving to the rim. Off the mark. Duren with the basketball and the board. And Duren gets fouled. And Duren's going to be going to the free throw line. These Pistons will not quit without a fight. 107-106. This game could come down to the final shot. It's back and forth city mayhem here. Duren's having himself a night. Unbelievable basketball game. 107-106 Pistons. Duren, first free throw on the way. Up and good. 108-106. These are huge free throws here. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome, like, and subscribe. Appreciate you all tuning in. Helps me out, guys. It's free. If you guys don't like me, you can change your mind later. Duren with the second free throw on the way and good. 109-106. Pistons take control of this basketball game. D'Angelo Russell, he's been hot tonight. Coming back down the floor here for the Mavericks. Guarded by Duncan Robinson. Gets it back up to Christie. Christie outside for P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington walks, and it's going to be a turnover coming back the other way for the Detroit Pistons basketball. Pistons are in the bonus, so every foul from here on out, they'll be going to the free throw line. Cade Cunningham, ball in hand. Mavericks have 15 turnovers. Pistons have 7. 3:30 left to play here in regulation. Duren sets the screen for Cade. Cade gets it back to Duren. Duren for the slam. Cade Cunningham has 17 assists for the Pistons, and they are grooving. That 1-2 punch lob duo from Duren and Cade. Jalen Duren, 31 points tonight. That's a career high for Jalen Duren. 111-106. 3 minutes left to play here in regulation. Cooper Flagg with the basketball. Working against Duncan Robinson. Jalen Duren picks up a foul on Cooper Flagg. He thought he got all ball. Kind of got body there. Cooper Flagg doesn't go to the free throw line. We got a good one on tap for tonight, folks. Welcome to the stream. Cade and Duren have been working together. Cade has 17 assists tonight, and I think like 8 of them are to Duren alone. Cooper Flagg gets the free throw. First one up and good. I want to see Cade hit 20 assists. I want to see him do that. That'd be unfreaking believable. 111-107. Flagg, second free throw on the way, trying to make it a 3-point basketball game. Dwight Powell checks out of the game. I believe Daniel Gafford checks back in for the Mavericks. Flagg, second free throw on the way. We got a good one, folks. 111-108. 3 minutes left to play here in regulation. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Jalen Duren, fifth foul. Got to be careful on Jalen Duren. Cade guarded by Christie. Duncan Robinson sets the screen. Cade working on Russell. Cade inside, off the glass, and in. 113-108 Pistons. 2:43 left to play here in the fourth quarter. D'Angelo Russell with the basketball. Shoots it, and he's going to get fouled on a 3, and that's going to be 3 free throws on D'Angelo Russell. Foul on Asar Thompson. Unbelievable. The court looks wicked. Yeah, they're having a good time with the design. Great drive by Cade. Off the glass, gets it to go. Cade Cunningham having himself a night. Excuse me, that's not a shooting foul, so Mavericks stay here. Gets it inside to Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg, now it's going to be a shooting foul going against Cade Cunningham. 113-108, both teams are now in the bonus. This game is intense. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, man. What's going on, everybody? Like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're going to be breaking down as many Pistons games as we can all season long. Shout out to all the Mavericks fans in here as well. I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Cooper Flagg. 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Gets the first one to go. 113-109. Pistons now have 2 timeouts. My bad. Let me change that here for you guys. There we go. 113-109. Cooper Flagg, second free throw on the way, is up and in. 113-110 Pistons. 2:30 left to play here in regulation. Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Marshall on Cade. Cade to full court. Cooper Flagg has 16, 8, and 4. Cade Cunningham getting double teamed. Gets it to Asar. Asar back to Duncan. Duncan thought about a 3. Working inside. Duncan Robinson off glass. Huge shoot for Duncan Robinson. 115-110 Pistons. 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. D'Angelo Russell with the basketball. Gets it back to P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington inside. Gets it back to Flagg. Flagg thought about a 3. Guarded by Cade. Flagg outside to Washington for 3. Off the mark. Jalen Duren with the basketball. With a big rebound. Cade Cunningham the other way. 115-110. Cade to Asar. Asar inside. Gets the hoop. And that is 18 assists for number 2 in the Pistons red, white, and blue. 117-110. The Pistons are moving with a minute 40 left to play here in regulation. How about the freaking Stones? 117-110. Minute 40 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Mavericks take a timeout. They got 1 left. Unbelievable basketball game. Cade Cunningham, 18 points, 18 assists. He is getting everyone involved. Duren, 31 points. Duncan Robinson, 18 points. He's been big from 3 tonight. Beef Stew putting in productive minutes. 117-110. I wanted to see Cade get 20 assists. He's 2 away. That'd be so sick to see. It's a 15th regular season game in Mexico City. The first one was in 97. Dallas defeated the Pistons in 2019. That was when Blake Griffin was on the Pistons. Love to see it, man. Here we go. 140 left to play here in regulation. Pistons holding on to a 7-point lead. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome, like, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Trying to paint you guys the best visual picture play-by-play broadcast as I can here. All right, Mavericks inbound the basketball. Gets it to Cooper Flag. Flag looking for Russell. Gets it back to Russell. Russell inside for Flag. Flag going to Marshall. Marshall for 3. Off the mark. Jalen Duren with the basketball. Cade Cunningham back the other way. Cade to Tobias. Minute 20 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Mavericks going to have to start maybe thinking about fouling here. Cade, top of the key. Tobias sets the screen for Cade. Cade working the other way. On Tobias. Tobias up. Oh, it misses it. I want to see 19 assists for Cade. That's all right, though. Jalen Duren's going to get fouled by Cooper Flag. Duren's going to go to the free throw line here. All right, so Duren's going to go to the free throw line. Pistons up 7. It's looking good for the Pistons right now. Jalen Duren having the game of his life tonight. Gets the first free throw to fall. Jalen Duren is 21 years old. Javonte Green checks into the game. Pistons 118, Mavericks 110. Klay Thompson checks back in. I don't know why it took him forever to put Klay back in the game. Duren. Second free throw on the way. Up and good. Pistons, 9-point lead with a minute 10 left to play here in regulation. D'Angelo Russell coming back the other way for the Mavericks. Klay Thompson with the basketball. Back to Russell. Russell thought about a deep 3. Changes his mind. Guarded by Asar. Klay for 3. Off the mark. Javonte Green with the basketball. Pistons are looking comfortable right now. Cade Cunningham to full court. Pistons went on a 14-4 run the last 3 minutes here. That's a big swing of events from the Pistons. Cade inside to Asar. Asar back to Javonte Green. Just trying to play keep away right now. Cade Cunningham for 3. Gets it to fall. Cade Cunningham. Huge hoop. The dagger. Nail in the coffin. Pack the bags and we're going back to America. 122-110. Russell for a giant 3. Off the mark. Pistons are going to take control of this basketball game. Mavericks are giving up. And the Pistons with a huge win on the road in Mexico. Taking down the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks aren't even trying. Unbelievable basketball game in the final couple minutes of this game. Pistons win 122-110. Cade Cunningham was unreal. 21 points, 18 assists. Duren, 33 points and 11 boards. It's a career high for Duren. And that is all she wrote from yours truly tonight. 122-110. Pistons win and improve to 4-2. Pistons got the Grizzlies on Monday. Then they got the Jazz on Wednesday. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe. Go Pistons. What a win for the boys in the red, white, and blue. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Enjoy your Sunday. God bless. I love you guys. God is great all the time. I will see you guys on the next live stream. Peace out.